pick a card, any card.
Get rid of the press from the rusty time.
All right.
Don't stay in a daze looking for a sign. Start and try. Run across fields of ice, but hidden in starlight. Be well aware of roads we've gone.
Well, I thought they were on a spaceship.
Yesterday's aside, made a future head on. Now trailblazers keep credos in mind. One, stop staying within the lines. Two, we
This is kind of cool. I like it.
Even if we don't get the upper hand, we'll fight for one. 4, never care.
Oh yeah, I did that in the beta. I remember that.
Let us like the night. 6, even when there are wills within wills, go ahead.
There you go. Okay, yeah, we gotta get that character.
Get it
Wow. Honkai Star Rail launch show, is that it?
Ladies and gentlemen, trailblazers from all over the world, welcome to Honkai Star Rail Launch Show. This show is presented by HoYoverse, the developer of Honkai Star Rail. I'm Sydney Goodman, and I will be your host for today. I'd love to welcome some very special guests. Mark from RDC World, voice actress and content creator Lily Pichu,
Oh wow.
and
There she is.
Austin Malcolm from HoYoverse. Why don't we go around the room and introduce ourselves?
Hey Trailblazers, it's Mark from RDC World, also known as Supreme Dreams. I'm part of a content creator group. We make anime videos, video game videos, and sports videos. And honestly, I'm just happy to be here with everybody.
Hi, I'm Lily, or Lily Pichu. I'm a voice actress, content creator. I'm also really happy to be here.
She's so nervous.
My favorite color is pink. To you, Austin.
She's so nervous.
Hey everybody, I'm Austin from the branding team at HoYoverse. And first of all, I just want to say thank you to Sydney, Mark, and Lily for being here
You're welcome.
and
Thank you,
celebrating
guys.
this big moment with all of us. And thank you to you out there, all the Trailblazers, tuning in today to hear about Honkai Star Rail and to celebrate our official launch together.
Well, thank you so much, Austin. So, where are we sitting right now?
I would have to say, with these lush couches and these stars all around us, probably a waiting room somewhere in space.
I thought it was a studio in
No
California.
way.
Yeah, and which means that the Astral Express may be arriving any moment now to take us out beyond the stars.
I'm pretty sure it's a studio in
Well,
California.
it's great that you mentioned that because I have heard the Astral Express mentioned a lot when describing Honkai Star Rail. For our trailblazers that are new to the game, can you start us off by telling us a bit more about Honkai Star Rail?
Sure, yeah. So Honkai Star Rail, it's a free-to-play, cross-platform, space fantasy RPG developed by us, HoYoverse. In the game, you'll become what we call a trailblazer.
Wow.
You'll get to
that's me.
explore vast worlds that take place in a universe filled with thousands of years of history. During that journey, you'll meet a lot of characters,
Incredible.
different species, and maybe some familiar faces. You'll also run into some mysterious and powerful Aeons. They could be friendly, they could be hostile, but no matter what, they're going to have an importance in your story.
Okay.
We were trying to design this vast and intricate universe for players like you.
Mark and Lily, so you guys have both had a chance to play the game in the closed beta,
They should have had
right?
me come on this.
Yeah, I participated in the
Imagine
final
that.
closed beta in, I think, February.
I was in the second closed beta last May.
Okay, so I'm the only one here who has yet to play.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I think the only impressions you have is probably from that trailer we just showed.
It is, and the trailer looks incredible.
It's really
I'm
pretty. I like
so
it.
excited. Really, really pretty.
The game has come a long way, especially since our first closed beta back in October 2021. We made lots of changes, improvements between like each and every closed beta. So I mean that's including like we redid the first 3 hours of the game.
I thought
we
the
had new
beginning of the
stories,
game was good.
characters. There's a whole new zone, which is the Herta space station.
Yeah, that's
I
what we
like
did.
the space station because it had this like side quest that was really, really tragic, and I love tragedy.
Oh,
So-
tragic.
I was
Tell me
thinking-
more.
It was about a star-crossed couple with they were separated by like time, like something with time, and it was really, really touching. And I'm an emotional person, so I was like, I like stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like touching stories is like something that we always resonate with, and we think a lot of our players also resonate with. So it's really great to hear that that's something that really left a mark on you.
Oh yeah, make me cry.
You're like, I'm still crying about it, actually.
Cry, laugh, any of those things.
Mark, did you play the same side quest, or were there any memorable moments of the beta?
Yeah, I was actually able to visit one of the cities. It's really hard for me to say this name, but it's like Shaozu or something like that. I feel like it was a great addition to the game, and honestly, it's like really well designed, like truly amazing. Like I'm in a real city, and it's like
Can
so
you see
many
other
things to
players
do.
in this game?
I just thought it was, it was amazing. Plus,
Like
I
at
like Kafka a lot, so.
Well, after the second closed beta, we revealed Shenzhou Luofo during Gamescom last year. In the final closed
The
beta
single
in
player?
February this year was when Shenzhou Luofo was first released to beta players. So that's what you got to experience.
Oh, okay.
And it seems like everyone really loved the scenery.
So, Lily, what impressed you the most about Honkai Star Rail?
When I look at a game, the first thing I look for is like, is it pretty?
Oh my
Or,
God.
you know, I mean, I love cute, pretty stuff,
Yeah.
and Honkai Star Rail had that. Especially the characters. They
fair-
have such cute designs.
They
I
are
could gush
hot.
about it this entire
Yeah,
show,
they are-
but I won't. But they're really cute.
We have a lot
They
of
are hot,
announcements, so I appreciate that. A lot to get through.
That's what
But
matters.
it's safe to say that characters are a really important part of the gameplay experience.
That's right.
As an aside, do you all have a favorite RPG character?
Yeah, I would say mine is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, probably. That was one of my first RPGs
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
played.
never played the original
and just
Kingdom
to add
Hearts.
Disney characters in there was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
To
Right?
Yeah, I thought that was
you know
so
what I'm saying?
cool.
Like I didn't know you could
Yeah,
do
that
that.
whole collab.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah,
whole
I
collab was
remember
crazy.
when I first played Kingdom Hearts 2, I was like, wait, you can do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You can, like-
Goofy.
This
Yeah.
loud?
Yeah.
Well, then they also grabbed like Final Fantasy characters in
Yeah.
too. So you have
True.
like
Yeah, the new ones
Hercules
like
and
that.
Cloud Strife, and you're like,
Sephiroth.
what is happening here?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Lily,
you
what
can fight
about you?
Sephiroth in
Favorite
the game
character?
too.
Favorite RPG character? Oh, it's so hard. I have trouble picking. I'm very indecisive. What about you?
I think I'll pass on this question, but I'm really curious what Sydney has to say.
One of my favorites is definitely Yosuke from Persona 4.
Oh, yes.
I've never
Yeah.
played that.
He's
Haven't
so
played those games.
Super
Yeah.
fun, but he's so clumsy and just kind of like lovable and like a little bit of like a
Persona? Yeah,
I don't know that I'm
that's like
allowed to
another
say the word
turn-based
on
game,
stream,
right?
but, you love him despite
Yosuke,
maybe
wait,
his
he's a
flaws.
loser?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So
Persona was fun.
right.
That was like a fun turn-based RPG.
Lots of good
Totally.
characters.
Good
Kingdom Hearts. Bro,
characters,
people are
good
not going to stop
setting.
playing this game
Yeah,
and go
I
play
like
Kingdom
the art
Hearts.
direction a lot.
Ryuji from Persona 5 was kind of like that same
Yeah.
sort of vibe there. I'm like, oh yeah, like
Yeah, let's be
lovable,
real.
lovable idiot. I guess you
Yeah,
maybe
there
say.
you go. It's like
yeah.
it's already it.
Do you have like
right?
Yeah.
do you have like an RPG archetype that you find yourself gravitating towards, like a type of? You said you like clumsy.
Yeah, I like. It kind of is always like the clumsy,
likes the
like
stupid
lovable
ones.
best friend that kind of makes comments that maybe they shouldn't, but like deep down they do love and feel, and I'm like, it's okay. I can fix you.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's one of those. It's one of those.
Now back to Honkai Star Rail. Do you have a favorite character, or maybe even a
Yeah,
character that's left a strong impression on you?
I really like Kafka a lot, just because she's like
Yeah.
one of the first people I've seen, and she said some really wise words to Silverwolf at one point at the beginning of the game when I started playing on the beta. But also I like Himiko because her ultimate move is like
Yes.
it's
I
like
think
a beam
she's great.
from the space, and
That's
she
my
was
favorite
talking a lot of mess
character.
while she was shooting the beam from space. So I honestly like that. You know,
Yeah.
battling is always my favorite aspect of a game.
Right.
So
Yeah, for sure.
I would pick Seal. Like, she's really nice, but she's also badass, and she looks sick too. I think my second favorite would be just March 7th, because I remember looking at the character, I'm like, that is such an interesting name.
yeah,
So I really like that design.
Yeah.
makes sense.
What about you, Austin? Do you have a favorite, or is it like choosing favorite children?
Right, yeah. I mean, I love them all. But if I had to choose, I would also say March 7th. I mean, she's
Yeah,
quite
she's
literally
cute.
the face of our game. But she also has that energetic, optimistic personality, I think, that we all
yeah.
can just really love, and love to have that kind of contagious
I
sort of
remember she did
smile on,
shit
on the team.
damage. She wasn't
so
even
you're going to
good.
be bored if you're playing with March 7th.
So back to my first
Yeah, like
question.
the girl-
Mark,
the red
based on
girl
what you
did way
know,
more
What are your
damage.
thoughts on Honkai
way
Star
better.
Rail?
Well, I really like the just like how fluid the animations are in the game, and I like the fact that I haven't played
She's a
really many
shielder?
RPG
Yeah.
games
Oh,
where you can
yeah,
just like
that's right.
switch your character in the while like running and
forgot
exploring
about that.
things.
Yeah, she put
I really
shields
thought
on
that
people.
was a good addition. Also, like you have like 3 people on the team, sometimes 4. A lot of different characters to choose from. The battle animations are really good, and like I was explaining about Himiko and her ultra, I like all their ultimates. They're really top tier in my opinion,
crazy.
and really well done. So
Yeah.
that's what I like about it.
Before, what did you mean by it's very RPG?
Well, by like very RPG, I feel like first it has a lot of cutscenes that kind of play out like a movie. All
It's
like
voice acted.
RPG games always have a lot of cutscenes that play out like a movie. The characters are really well thought out, and it feels like you're kind of watching like meeting anime characters. That's what I like a lot.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
that's just what I mean by like RPG. So
I get the immersion and the story thing. It is like watching a movie for me, but except like you're playing in the movie. Like I felt that during certain side quests, like To the Faint Star and etc.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, well, and I feel like the characters, from what I've seen, already have such rich and like deep backstories, and with such a like detailed world, it's so easy to get lost in it, right?
definitely.
Oh yeah, I like to get attached to characters, like depending on what they are, and sometimes a little too attached, you know. Like I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Literally, it is like a movie.
Yeah.
Like, you are controlling the characters. And
Definitely.
Exactly. It's almost too much pressure, right? Because then you love the characters and you are in control. And you're like, I don't want
Yeah.
anything bad to happen.
Yeah.
We're trying our best to kind of create an experience as immersive as possible. So, which is what we feel is one of the most important things to making a good RPG. A lot of our inspiration actually came from a lot of great classics like the Trails series,
Yep.
Persona.
I heard that the producer of Star Rail previously had conversations with the producers of Atlas and Falcom.
Yeah, when he learned that Toshihiro Kondo from Falcom and Katsura Hashino from Atlas agreed to meet up, he was in high spirits the entire day. A lot of members on the team actually grew up playing the Trails and Persona series, so that was a huge morale boost for the entire team.
Yeah, well, I mean, that all sounds so exciting. And speaking of exciting, I assume that Honkai Star Rail is a game that's built to last and will continuously bring new updates.
Don't they still update
Yes,
Honkai Impact?
so a lot of like other Hoyoverse products like Genshin Impact, Tears of Themis, Honkai Impact 3rd, we are going to make sure we're dedicating lots of time and passion into high quality and continuous updates for the game.
So, what would you say is the most important feature of Honkai Star Rail?
Yeah. So they'll probably keep updating it for a while.
That's a pretty hard question to answer. But personally, my favorite aspect about Honkai Star Rail would probably be the story and the world that we created.
I was actually a bit confused about the world or the universe to be more specific.
Okay.
Same.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So let me get ready for this because our universe can be a little difficult to understand. So let me explain some kind of vital concepts for you.
Okay.
So, first off, the 2 most important concepts are aeons and stellarons. The aeons are basically gods, and they all ascended from ordinary creatures or non-living
It's like
things.
Shiva.
Each aeon represents an ideal or unique concept in a universe,
Okay.
which gives them their own motivation and their source of power. For example, the Aeon of Trailblazing, Akivali, was once the former owner of the Astral Express, but his goal was to discover and explore the great unknowns. In our current timeline, though, Akivali is actually long gone, but his believers, the Nameless, continue in his absence and travel across the universe,
Okay.
shuttling between different planets and always taking part in some sort of adventure. So, the character you choose will also be part of this group of the Nameless. But you have one important difference from the rest of the cast. That is the existence of a Stellaron inside your body. Stellarons are generally considered to be the source of disasters in the universe, so they're known to be ominous and dangerous objects.
That's bad.
A group of individuals are called the Stellaron Hunters, and they are looking for Stellarons in order to use them for unknown purposes. So if Kafka, Silverwolf, Blade,
Well,
and
that's
their
the
leader
character he
Elio
liked.
are the 4 that make up the
Okay.
Stellaron Hunters. But for some unknown reason, Kafka decided to stuff a Stellaron inside your body, and that's where your journey begins. So now that you have a
Okay.
Stellaron inside of you, you must set off to various worlds around the universe, hopefully to explore the secrets of the world and discover the truth about who you really are.
Holy
So our
shit.
starting point in the game is a space station called
Yeah,
Herta,
I only did this
named
part.
after the owner of the station, one of my favorite characters and one of the smartest people in the universe. The space station is packed with scientists and researchers from around the universe, but in reality, it's really just Miss Herta's laboratory and personal storage room.
Okay, so we're now inside Herta Space Station?
Yeah, we are. I would say this is the Herta space station. But we'll be departing from here shortly to the first world, a planet covered by ice and snow called Jarilo 6. This used to be a planet with a prosperous civilization, but because of a Stellaron hundreds of years ago, Jarilo 6 experienced a sudden climate shift and turned into a pure white planet. Now there's only one city with civilization left on the entire planet, called Belobog, which is our first destination. Here we'll see stories of humans, fighting against the climate, and fighting against monsters.
Climate change, guys.
And
it's
that's
real.
why I said it was very RPG-like, because it's a lot of lore, like a lot.
And there's more. So our next destination is the Shenzhou Laofu,
You know,
a gigantic interstellar spaceship
fake.
that's home
Yeah,
to
it's
several
fake.
different
It
races
actually is
and
fake.
very advanced civilizations. Here, you'll find races with fox ears, some with dragon inheritance, and even
Okay.
normal, ordinary humans. They're all waiting for players to discover and meet them in the game. But you can learn more about Shenzhou's civilization by completing quests, reading texts in the world, and interacting with the NPCs there. Of course, the story of Shenzhou is only just starting in this version, and we're very excited to open more areas and stories in the future.
So thank you for that, Austin. I feel like you just shared a wealth of knowledge.
That's a
Definitely.
whole lot.
But is there any chance you can share any information about future areas or stories?
Go inside of a
Not
volcano.
yet, but when the time is right, we will share it with everyone. We've developed many technologies and, of course, invested a lot of resources into this game so Trailblazers can see exquisite characters, fancy visual effects, high-quality cutscenes, and more. And so that's going to continue coming to you in the future.
Well, and Hoyoverse has had such a huge impact on the gaming industry over the past few years, not just on developers, but
Yeah, because
players
everybody
and fans
copies
too.
Genshin
Yeah, I
Impact
feel like
now.
Hoyoverse came out of nowhere, and now everyone plays Genshin Impact. It's
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was popular with the anime fans at the beginning, and more people were becoming more aware about Hoyoverse. But now even at the conventions, there's like a lot of
Yeah,
Genshin
even Breath of the
Impact
Wild copied
cosplayers.
Genshin
Like,
Impact,
I see them
guys.
literally at every convention I
True.
go to. So.
I even cosplay Genshin Impact.
There
Do you really?
go.
Yeah, I would cosplay 2 characters.
Oh, wow.
I love Hoyoverse's character designing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to a convention, you're going to see Genshin Impact
Yeah,
everywhere.
definitely.
Yeah, I
everywhere. I remember seeing a bit of Honkai Star Rail cosplayers last year at Anime Expo, and I was kind of surprised because the game's not
Well,
out.
you'll
right?
probably see a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
this
But
year.
you know, we've done enough with the concept arts and all that stuff that we can start planning ahead and got people really excited. It kind of helped bring that immersion to our world.
Makes sense.
All
Makes
the
sense.
hype.
Well, that
Yeah.
must be really rewarding, too, to see players be so excited ahead of the game's
Yeah,
launch.
and vice versa. I mean, if you're a traditional artist and you're drawing in a 2D space, it's super cool to start seeing your work, your effort being brought into the real life space.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
If I drew something and I saw someone dressed as something,
Yeah.
No, that'd make me
even
feel
if
really
the
good.
game wasn't
yeah.
out, I'm like, wow, you like the design that much?
Totally. I don't
Flattered.
know that I ever thought about it that way.
Definitely.
But on the subject of expos, your reach in the traditional mainstream video game industry is just getting wider and wider. So far, it's been Summer Game Fest, Gamescom, the Game Awards, and if I remember correctly, Tokyo Game Show as well. So even though you might have started off as an anime game developer and mobile game developer, your reach really is growing.
A lot of people like
and I think
Genshin
the
Impact.
cross-platform play
I think it
helps
makes
a
sense.
lot with that. Since Honkai Star Rail is also a cross-platform game, I would love to know, how do you balance between mobile, PC, and console users within the same game?
Yeah, and there are many players that are used to and tend to play games on mobile phones. And they also have the same amount of love for video games as others do. So we want to ensure we're providing them with the best possible
So,
game experience.
mobile game players
regardless
are
of
not
platform, from the
inferior.
very beginning of development. The turn-based gameplay
They're not a
for Honkai
lesser
Star
life
Rail
form.
actually allows us to achieve this goal even better
They're
because we don't
real
need to be
people,
conducting many
guys.
real-time actions
I
and
promise
super
you, they're real
precise
people.
operations. So we've also invested a lot of resources in the optimization for all platforms. So mobile players, PC players, and console players can all have a smooth experience playing the game.
Okay, well, how about instead we check out gameplay and try out the game? Lily, do you want to do the honors?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Well, let's
They
play
should
some
have them
Honkai
fight
Star
the
Rail.
dragon. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is at the WePlay studio. It looks exactly the fucking same, at least.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh shit!
Starting off with strong with Seal.
I know Lily's
Looks like
happy.
it, yeah.
She's
Not
her
so
favorite.
Cute. I love her.
So cute.
Very elegant, very badass, very strong. Overall, 10 out of 10 character.
10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Very cute. Attacks with
The
her
character
tail.
design in this game is for real crazy. Like
Yeah.
Right. I love her tail.
everybody's extremely
What
unique.
the hell are
Doesn't
those?
remind me of
Is
this
that
character.
antlers?
Right?
really like
they
it.
really are also unique.
Oh, that guy was cool. Okay,
He
that's
clean.
badass. Yeah, this guy's cool.
Ooh, I like the like doorknobby thing on his
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Sort of that.
The lion.
yeah,
Why
the
people
knockoff.
With
want to
the lion?
cosplay that's attention to detail. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I
That's
feel like
cool.
I see why a lot of people would probably cosplay these characters.
Right.
Right.
Like a lot of that's a lot of hard work, and they probably would come out looking really clean.
You know, those little attention to details make it tougher to probably create the cosplay, but I think at the same point it makes it all more rewarding, right?
Exactly.
Totally. Totally.
I never.
You said that
even
much better than I
pay
was saying that.
attention.
No, we're all aligned.
Expressions. Wait, you can.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can make
so then
them
we
do
have this little
different
photo
stuff.
mode here.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Allows you to pose.
Different expressions, poses.
Oh my
Pretty.
god.
She's so elegant. I mean, honestly, all the
Oh
characters
my
are so
God.
elegant.
No, they really are. That's the
No,
only word
turn
you can
around.
Yep,
use to.
Yeah.
that's what it's
Darn
all
it.
about,
I'm
boys.
such a pet. Wait.
That's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
There she is.
Okay. Yeah, so we're in camera mode.
didn't
so
call
you can
them
change
hoes.
it into
I don't
Sorry,
think
sorry,
so.
sorry.
yeah.
There we go.
So I think that first button you were pressing, I think was kind of like switching between like front or back view
Oh yeah, you're right.
or selfie mode.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that's
first person.
cute. Interesting.
Very cool.
They got every aspect
Yeah.
in this
I
game.
know,
They literally
right?
have thought of every single thing.
How long were you working on this?
If you're a professional photographer and you want to
Perfect.
move on into the
Oh.
game
You
world,
Really
this
take
is
a
it.
picture?
Speaking of professional photographer, look
Right
at that.
there.
So
That's
cute.
hard. It's the
Yeah.
little details like that make you like really appreciate a game for real.
Right?
Right.
I love the physics of her
She's
costume.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
her.
Always need a
Wow.
good fox character, fox-looking character.
The way her ponytail.
Ooh.
Man. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, they really did their thing on these characters. And the
Yeah.
abilities that you can just throw out, those are all just
I
amazing.
love the
Can you
colors. and
jump?
Her
Her,
ability.
her special effects, yeah, to that attack is just unseen. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that sort of like style.
I
It's
like
almost
how they have
they're
smartphones
painting
in the
in
game.
I would say
air.
it's like painting. Well, and I like that there's kind of, it doesn't immediately disappear. There's kind of like
Yeah.
a delay on it. It's nice.
Arr.
How long do you think it takes her to get ready in the morning and tie all those ribbons?
Dude, this would take so long. I feel.
Oh, she's sad. Wait,
I'm
what
shy.
happened? Why is she
Oh.
sad?
Oh. So I know too. I think if we press T, we'll be able to actually start
I can
changing
save her.
the team and showing off some of the other characters.
Yeah,
as
for
well.
sure.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
where are these
Well,
other
March
ones?
7th.
There's March
Mm.
7th.
March 7th.
She's super cute.
She's so cute. You know my birthday's on March 7th.
Oh,
Alright.
you
Fun
should play her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll play her and then cosplay her.
That's really
Yeah,
clean
just
though.
really commit.
commit.
What are the
to
other
the March
characters
7th
I
bit.
I feel like what naming a character March 7th is really bold, but that's really a cold name.
Yeah,
that's a
right?
good name. Like that's hard.
Oh, that guy.
I think
has
as you
cool
maybe
shit.
get to know her more, maybe you'll start learning
How
more
much
about why.
hairspray?
No,
What
that
the
hair is
fuck?
unique.
I like
That's
that.
some
That's a
unique
cool
hair.
That is
hair.
some unique.
No,
What
hair.
Brian,
the
they did the
fuck?
thing on character design.
They really did.
And there goes Himiko.
Oh,
There
she's
she
Himiko.
cool.
Yeah,
is.
this is the
Good
best one.
taste.
Gosh,
Good
I
taste.
love her hair. So pretty.
Yeah, her hair's
Her
great.
ultimate move, crazy.
I like her sleeves.
Clara.
I like how she's
Uh-huh.
just shoeless.
Yeah.
She's courageous walking
Yeah.
around in those shoes.
She looks so sad.
We must know like her backstory that probably explains.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
All
sure.
of that,
right?
100%.
I know she has a tragic backstory.
Oh, I love she's a little
Natasha.
teddy bear.
Cute.
One of the hottie boys. They've got a
I
few
love
of
it.
them.
Glasses.
The character design is so good and so unique for every character.
No,
Right.
seriously.
She's cute.
Make sure each one kind of stands like proudly on their own, right? It's
Absolutely, yeah.
What's she got that hat on for?
Wow,
Asta.
cute. Cute, 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 cute.
Why do they only
Circle.
look at the
Circle, this
girl
is the one
characters? Let me see the guys with like a
So
big
yeah,
sword.
right?
So
The light blue hair at the end is hard.
Herta.
Yeah, that one's
so
hot.
right, this is who I was mentioning before. Right, the Herta space station. This is.
Well, you
Herta
know why.
herself, right, so researcher, scientist, and collector.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, I wonder how much drag that tail has, like when she's running.
Oh my
Right?
God.
She
How much
can
weight
feel-
that is.
yeah.
Probably very heavy.
Yeah.
So we're right now in Shenzhou Laofo,
How do I get to the?
I believe that we saw in the distance there was the Jade Gate. Right, so there's lots of different little elements into this, our second world here, kind of showcasing lots of little things you kind of pick up and learn about the culture and sort of why people act the way they do, and all that history we've been talking about. Something you really pick up in this game.
I wonder if they'll be able to make cat girls within our lifetime.
Oh, it looks so pretty
So
at night.
I think
There's
from
a
here
pretty
we're at
good
the
chance
Exalting
of it,
Sanctum.
right?
This is the place where the citizens actually live at. It's kind of more of the living
Yeah,
quarters.
I think so.
Cute. Love the ribbons flying
Oh,
behind her.
pretty.
Upload me into the Matrix already? Yeah, true.
And I think we saw a little peak of a giant tree in the distance.
Is this where it is? I'm unsure.
Yeah, I think it was to your right there.
How come it's all?
Up.
This is a lot of work. Holy fuck, man. That's crazy.
There is a giant tree
I
there.
think I see a branch.
I think
I'm
I see it
trying to
right there,
make
too.
sure, as I look at it, to
You
make
see, like,
sure
I mean,
that
look
it
at
is
the
indeed
color palette
the
and like the
ambrosial
gradation
arbor.
of the colors in
Oh, yeah,
this
Yeah,
versus
that's
like
true.
Wuthering
so,
Waves.
so this is the ambrosial
It's not that
arbor.
Wuthering Waves
it's
is
a giant tree
bad,
left
but,
by
like,
one of the aeons of
this is
abundance.
just like it's
It was
very.
actually originally used to grant you eternal life, but
what the fuck?
was destroyed.
It's just so
So
now
now,
everybody dies.
after that destruction, the ambrosial arbor has actually been closed and strictly forbidden to enter. Right, so
Skybox
there's
is
these
nutty.
little
Yeah, it's
elements
nice.
right throughout this world that you're going to be able to see and kind of hint at this sort of story and other sort of past
Looks so
history.
saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very
Well,
colorful.
and I feel like we're seeing that. We talked about it a little bit with the character design, and then the worlds are all so distinct and rich. And I think that all just adds to, the immersive aspect of this game.
Exactly.
looks good.
I did not know this map was that big.
Exploring. This is the Exalting Sanctum.
If you want, you can go to the Artisan Commission. Perfect.
Okay. Ooh.
That's so pretty.
Right, it's so pretty.
All right.
You're like, I'm
Here?
buckled in.
Yeah.
That is a
Holy
clean
shit!
boss
It's
design.
Argos.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I love the flowers.
So,
It's like even the bosses are pretty.
right.
Yeah.
So this boss is one of our new bosses. It's the Abundant Ebon Deer. So we're going to be fighting it now.
Okay.
We're in trouble now.
Just
Go,
cast a
Lily,
spell
go.
on it.
1,000 ones.
I'll be honest, I really didn't have too many high expectations for the combat in this game before playing it, but just because of the classic RPGs, there's not much that you can do. But just like I was explaining earlier with the ultimates and everything, I really think they put a lot of work into the battle aspect and animations of the game.
It's turn-based. Yeah,
Right.
it's turn-based game.
Yeah, visually, it's super fun to watch.
Among the sea of butterflies.
You can use some activities whenever it's
Right,
not
and
turn-based,
That's one right
but the
there.
majority
I
of
think
them are
Faith RPGs
turn-based.
too is like every time.
Wait,
you,
what the
like
fuck?
as you get
It's-
further and
oh,
further,
no, he's
those,
got-
those damage numbers keep going
So, like,
up
these,
and up
like,
and
little
up.
balls here,
It kinda
this is
feels
like
that.
health
You kind of
bars.
feel that growth.
Yeah, it's a good feeling for sure.
Radiant spirit, heed my word.
These ultimate animations.
God, I think that's probably my favorite.
What the fuck?
Also, see,
Bro,
they're hitting them with like ultimate
wait,
moves. It
wait.
still isn't taking off that much damage
That
off
guy
of 'em.
just summoned
I
a
feel like the
god
game
to
is,
cut
like,
the
really
deer in
difficult,
half, and
so
it did
if you think you're just
2%
gonna
of
go
his
through there
health?
and easily win against every boss.
Did y'all see that? It did 2% of his
It's
health.
not easy.
Yeah, I
It's
see.
not
Didn't even
easy.
do anything.
It's not.
You actually
So-
need a strategy and what every boss is like weak against and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you can't
Well,
just
it
like,
literally said-
scam,
look
in my
at-
opinion.
Bro,
Well, and I feel like it really just makes
End your misery.
going through the game so much more rewarding, right?
This girl
When
just
you
did
have
a
to
13K
actually, I don't know
crit.
if it's revealing too much about myself, but it's like when you really have to work
Yeah, no.
and then you get it.
yeah, we're
feels-
not playing with that
it's
dude at
fun.
all.
I agree 100%.
It puts the emphasis on like that team building,
Okay, here
mechanic,
we
right?
go. He's gonna
Because
do another
you don't just
2,000
grab like
damage.
your 4 favorite characters. You can, I think, at certain
Jesus,
stages,
bro,
but when
like,
things
oh
get
my
too
God.
tough,
Shall we?
right? It's start looking to okay, well,
Oh
who,
my God,
who's
bro,
really going
like
to be
that
helping
dude.
out this other character I have? It's sort of
Oh,
like
dude, he's
collaboration,
just
there's,
really-
Yeah.
synergies.
So I guess he
that can
must
really
be like
help
a
with this sort
druid.
of breaking down these tough bosses,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right? So we saw an
Yeah.
attack boost just there from
Yeah.
that character, so then you start dealing way bigger damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that
definitely
was-
way
that was
more
a bit
damage
more
now.
damage.
Well, and then going back to just the strategy aspect,
Damn.
I feel like if it's in cases where the game and the combat is kind of too easy and you're just spamming actual, it's like combat.
Yeah.
But it looks like, you have to use attack boost. You need to think about healing. You need to think about like defensive boost.
You gotta
And, like,
put the
what
shields on.
bosses like weak against. Certain characters have extra attacks.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think
And
they
you can
all
use
have
ultimates
extra
freely.
attacks based off what
There's
their
a bunch of
gauge
things you
is.
can do. I love her animation so much.
I know.
I love all of the
32,000?
ultimate animations. I think they did so
Bro,
well. with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they really put thought into each and every person's, moveset.
And
That's what I really
They
like
should have
about
put that on
I think
Nadir.
because like these animations
Which
are so
character
great
was
for these
that? Like,
ultimates,
tell me
I'm
which
really
character that
happy
was whenever
you
I
can do
play
the
it
ultimates
tomorrow.
multiple times in the battle. Like in a lot of old RPGs, it's like you're saving up, and it might not even be like
Damn, that's
you
an
might not
AoE
get it for like
attack.
4 or 5 battles.
See, she
but
should
this
put
one's
that-
like
that
like
thing
that,
on there way
that ultimate
earlier.
is going to be charged up, and you're going to be using it
Wait,
multiple
what the
times
fuck? It heals
to see
2
that
people. Holy
awesome
shit.
the big numbers and the big animation.
And even using it multiple times, you still can lose. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
So like, I see why they gave you the use to use it multiple times instead
here
of just
we go.
one.
The support abilities also feel really nice. Like whenever she gives damage boost or if Philo heals, like
Well-
it feels so useful.
Man,
Yeah. And sorry, Lily, I was starting to interrupt you. And then on the left,
So
it's
cool.
kind of the order of
Jesus.
who's up next for
Bro.
combat, correct?
That is so sad.
I like that. That's clean.
That is,
Yeah.
bro, how do you
Yes,
call
go
down the
Mario.
power of Zeus and it does 500?
Ooh.
Gosh, I love her so much. She's so cute.
Man.
Look at that. Like it's so
is she
cute.
is she like a healer?
She's a healer.
Yeah.
Support.
That's why it looks in
they
the front
have
of the screen.
there's a couple classes in the game, all with like actual in-game terminology. But for our conversation's sake, right, you'll see
They're
some
healers.
that are really good at AOE damage, some
okay.
at single
Yeah.
target damage, some that are more at like buffing your current team, some at debuffing the enemy, and then some more on like that healing side of stuff, protecting. And then there's a couple more around that as well. So what you just saw at the top of the bar, that white one is called toughness, which can be weakened by enemies' weaknesses. So if
Bro,
you
she
get that
just
down,
deleted that
it
deer
gives you
out
an
the
extra attack
game.
that turn and puts a debuff on the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then obviously you're the orange bar is your health.
Got it.
I honestly would have thought we beat the boss and the boss had another part to it.
Oh
so-
no, it is. Yeah, there was a phase 2, but we're gonna move on
leaving,
from that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's
leaving,
that's enough teaser for.
The reason
Yeah, let
why
the gamers
is that
find out about
I
that
think
one.
she was about
Yeah,
to lose.
so I think that is it for the gameplay part today. I believe that all the Trailblazers who
I'm
have
pretty
never
sure
played
she's
the
about
game,
to lose
including
that.
myself, now have a deeper understanding of what Honkai Star Rail looks like, and you can experience the rest of the content in the game yourselves. You know, for RPGs, it's all about playing it on your own. And speaking from experience, it is always much more fun than watching others play. However, it is fun to
agree.
watch others play sometimes, especially when it's some new gameplay, right?
Is that it?
So now, do
Oh.
you have anything else to share with us, Austin?
Oh, I have a lot more to share. So first of all, I'd like to
Okay.
quickly go through all the giveaway events in version 1.0 of the game, since we prepared a few events and giveaways for all of our players. So first up, we have our login event where you can get 10 Star Rail passes, or special passes, for the limited warp, just by logging into the game for 7 days.
Do we need to log into the game for 7 consecutive days or?
It doesn't need to be consecutive. As long as you just log in for 7 days throughout the this time, you can get these passes.
Okay.
When Trailblazers reach certain Trailblaze levels, such as levels 5, 15, 25, and 35, you'll receive normal passes for normal warps, in the end totaling to 40. Plus, many 4-star characters and light cones and 3-star light cones.
Here's your chance to get Himiko.
Yeah, I see.
There it is. So then we have the limited banners for version 1.0.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
The first character banner is Butterfly on Sword Tip with Seal.
Yo.
That's our quantum single damage character. We also have our light cone banner called Brilliant Fixation with the limited light cone In the Night of Hunting Path.
Our light cone,
That's
like
so
the
nice.
upgrades.
I
I'm
know.
She's
pretty
my
sure.
favorite character, so it's like I'm biased, obviously.
I just love how she looks.
These first limited banners will last for 20 days starting from today, so until May 17th. But
That's the
then,
weapon?
at that
Yeah,
point,
okay.
we will then start the second limited banner with Jing Yuan.
Oh, that's the guy that doesn't do any
The banner
damage.
is called Swirl of Heavenly Spear.
Yeah.
And then that's also to be paired with the limited light cone.
It's like the
before
anime
dawn,
version of
which belongs
Horaloo.
to the erudition path.
Wow.
So
You look
cool.
so cool.
Right?
A
Yeah.
friend of mine actually
Look at-
uses him.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, wait, who is this?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
These two banners will open on May 17th and last until June 5th.
Very cool.
Next, I'd like to use the last few
Anime
minutes to
druid,
introduce
yeah.
some of the special events we've prepared for our players around the world. We'll be doing what we call the Astral Express Global Tour, which is a global event happening right now. We've built an actual Astral Express locomotive,
What?
and they've been
What?
placed in some of the biggest cities around the
Wait, what
world,
the fuck?
so you can see them in person. As you can see in the video, Times Square in New York and Shibuya in Japan are ready for the train to arrive.
So cool.
There are many regions running the event, so check out the details on our event website and follow our social media accounts for more.
That's actually.
Wow, I want to go.
That's
Are
right.
these like little
That's unique.
hints?
So, like, but can you get in the
Those
train,
were
though?
going to be some
Like-
hints at the which locations are going to be.
Yeah, super cool.
This weekend, April 29th and 30th, my birthday.
I just
at
watched
Times
the Mugen
Square,
Train
all
video
Trailblazers
from
can go and
Demon
take a
Slayer,
look at the
so-
Astral Express. We're also holding a mini event
I
for
guess
you
I would
to get
get in it,
some
but, you
merchandise
know.
starting from 12 to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
each day of the weekend. Follow our official social
be a
accounts,
little bit afraid.
or simply just search the Astral Express
That's
Global
all
Tour
Vakari's
on search
money?
engines, and you'll see
Yeah.
a website that'll give you all the detailed information for all the regions.
Wait, is the train the same size as it is in the game? Because it's crazy big in the game.
Very big in the
It's like
game.
the cabin inside the train is huge.
I don't know.
Yeah, we
it's not.
really wanted to build one that was like a one-to-one, you know,
Yeah, no.
rebuild of the train. But ultimately, we had to settle on a more smaller, realistic version of what we could do.
Yeah.
And
Still creative though. Still creative.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But you'll notice, we didn't even get like the full train. We just kind of just stuck with the locomotive. That really kind of iconic look. But either way, the train we have in Times Square looks so awesome. I've actually seen it in person, and I meant like you can't actually get inside the car.
I was
but
about to ask that.
oh, I tried.
I was about to ask that.
Why not?
And I just want to confirm the train can't actually fly in space, right?
Well, yeah, it could.
Yeah, I think we also tried to do that too, but no, not yet.
Not yet.
Because,
not
it
quite.
could float, though,
well,
right?
Hoyoverse has also prepared
Could-
some
it could
special
float.
collaborations for players all over the world. First off, with Waze, the navigation app. So starting right now, we are launching a customized Astral Express navigation icon and March 7th voice. So
What's
these are
Waze?
going to be available for 2 months until June 24th.
What's Waze?
All you need to do is open the Waze app, click change voice and change car options, and find March 7th as your navigator and the
It's a
Astral
driving app?
Express as your ride.
This is some of the best
What?
promotion I've
March
ever seen.
7th?
Yeah.
Like, how
I-
cool is that?
I ain't
gonna
never seen no
navigate
game
for
do
us?
this much
That's
for
so
promotion.
awesome.
That's crazy.
I love that.
Super
Very
cool.
unique.
Yeah. Our next collaboration is with Razer, the world's leading lifestyle brand for gamers.
Are y'all doing it?
We
Yeah.
love Razer.
We're working with 8 Razer stores for a limited pop-up event. The Razer stores will be decorated in Honkai Star Rail theme, and you'll be able to get 50 Stellar Jades by either trying the game in store or showing that you downloaded the game on your mobile phone.
What?
Our 4 stores in the U.S. are Austin, Los
Oh my
Angeles,
God.
New York,
So
and
I could
Seattle.
go to this?
Then we'll have 1 store in London,
I
2
know where
stores
the
in
Austin
Singapore,
store
and 1
is.
in Taipei.
It's at the domain.
Up next, I get the exciting
Yeah,
job
I've
of announcing
literally
conventions
been there.
in the upcoming months. Honkai Star Rail will be at Anime Expo, Japan Expo, GamersCon, Gamescom, and Tokyo Game Show. More conventions will be announced at a later date. Conventions are so fun. Lily, I know you cosplay. Like, what kind of conventions or which convention would you say is your favorite?
Oh, it's hard to say. Anime Expo is really fun.
I
Yeah.
never
It's a
went
little
to that.
big now, and crowded. I like going to like smaller conventions sometimes just to see like how it's, cause like when the conventions start out, it has a more like, it has a cozy
it?
vibe.
Yeah.
Kinda
Come to
like that.
DreamCon.
DreamCon.
Yeah,
DreamCon.
that's like ours
Apparently,
was a little bit smaller too. I know Anime Expo is like what 50,000 people now.
It's
Tectone
insane,
City
but
had like
the
these
plus
2
side of
girls.
Anime Expo is you get to see
that
all
had
the
a
coolest
sign.
cosplays. Like people go all
true.
out for these cosplays in Anime
true.
Expo.
He had
Oh my
these
God.
They
two
definitely
girls
do.
that had
They
a
definitely
sign.
Cute. I
And
love how
they
there's
said
always,
that if
like,
you
a
gave them
flavor of
$10,
the
they would
month
sit
or
on you at one of
year,
these
I guess, of
conventions.
cosplay.
And they
Yeah,
recognized
I know
him and
this
they did
entire
it to
last
him
year's
for
just
free.
been Genshin.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I thought I
Little
might
Spy
go to one of
Family.
these.
Spy
Spy Family, yeah, no,
yeah.
there's definitely a lot of that, yeah. And
was
always a lot of Demon Slayer,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, the Demon,
Demon Slayer's
Slayer.
everywhere,
Before that was
every
Attack on
convention.
Titan. It was like
The
ReZero.
girls-
Like
no,
there's
I
always
saw
like
the
these,
picture.
yeah, flavors of the year. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm always so in awe of cosplayers because there's so much craftsmanship that goes like it's kind of a marrying of a lot of different skill sets of physical arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you can just beam me and buy it off a site.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
You
it's still, I
could.
think you could do that, and then you're doing like your hair and your makeup though.
Yeah, you do
and
have to
it's,
do the
it's so
makeup
cute.
and everything.
But I like the
Yeah.
ones where they like hand make them and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Those
it
are
does
always
more
the,
of
In
usually
like
the
10
best
minutes,
ones.
I gotta get food.
When you
so
see
I
some of the
work.
stuff too, where we've seen like
It's the
a
place I
writing
wanna go to
cosplay
closes at
where
10.
their sword is like full of LEDs. So right when she activates, it
Cool.
lights up and glows. Right. So those are things I don't think you can buy it off of a site. I think that's something you have to probably.
Yeah,
And that's
for
the ones
sure.
that really kind of help shine above the rest.
I'm always so impressed.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they make the props themselves, like how do you?
Yeah, how do you even do that?
Right?
I'm so
They
in
bought a
awe.
material off Amazon and then just
I have to like
Ran with
commission
it.
people to do it for me.
So
'cause
cool.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fun though.
And finally, I'm excited to announce our
The only
first
time-
global fan art
Oh, it's a
competition,
fan art.
the
Oh, good.
Multiverse Vistas, which will launch in May. All
I've
players are
done
welcome to
cosplay
participate,
before.
and we'll be giving out rewards. The competition will
It
have
was,
4 categories:
it was an
video,
experience.
painting, music, and cosplay. And we'll have some very popular and very talented guests serving as judges. I'm always glad that we can do stuff like this because it helps bring the community to the
Man.
forefront,
no,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of great collabs
Guys,
y'all
a
got.
painting. That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
Fostering the arts. I love it.
And for more information about Multiverse Vista and any of the events we talked about today, please check out our official Twitter, Facebook, and other official social media accounts. And thanks for helping, by the way, Sydney, with all these announcements. I'm really excited about Honkai Star Rail. I hope you are too. And I hope you're excited about all these upcoming events.
You are so welcome. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. And we're all looking forward to everything Hoyoverse has planned this year. But it looks like we're reaching the end of our show. So I would like to toss it back to you in terms of thanking all of you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It was really fun.
Definitely. Same.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's launch show. It's honestly a great honor for me to have met you and to meet all the Trailblazers around the world. We will continue to work hard to bring high-quality game content and rich activities to the community and our fans.
Are you just trying to rush home to play the game now as well?
No, I'm not in a hurry. I've played this game plenty of times.
Well, with that, I'll end by saying that Honkai Star Rail, a brand new free-to-play cross-platform space fantasy RPG, is now available on iOS, Android, and PC. The game is also on the Epic Store and will also be coming to PS5 and PS4 in the near future. I'm your host, Sydney Goodman, along with Austin, Mark, and Lily Pichu. Where can we all find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, RDC World 1, or Supreme Dreams.
Lily P. Choo choo. Cut that out.
And we will be seeing you
Yeah.
next time. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Man. She was so nervous for that. Man. Why didn't they cut that out, bro? They try to make her look bad.